le symposium se passe sous la caution finalement de ces sociétés savantes et notamment je voudrais relever la Haute Autorité de Santé également qui nous accompagne et puis bien sûr le ministère Sport et Santé, Santé et Sport et moi, je voudrais dire que c'est quand même assez extraordinaire que nous ayons eu toutes ces sociétés savantes, ce qui montre l'intérêt important, l'intérêt qu'on porte finalement à une thématique sport et transplantation. Et donc ça, moi je suis très très content, c'est une première, hein, je pense qu'on formalise cette rencontre entre sport et transplantation. So I would like to thank the scientific committee. I would like to tell you about the apologies from Professor Olivier Soubran. Olivier Soubran is a liver transplant doctor, and he had a serious motorbike crash, so he cannot be with us. He tries to recover for 6 months about. The Professor Philippe Morel from Switzerland, who should be here, but got some bad news, family news yesterday, so he cannot be with us, so I apologize for that. I would like to thank Professor Christian Cabrol for his passion, for his support to our topic, sport and transplants. I would like to thank Dr. Verdier. Jean-Claude will have a very tough work today, which is to be the master of ceremony. Normally, you should know at what time you come and present, but Dr. Verdier should be the one to remind you that you have to present now. And normally, the presentation should be in English. I know that there is someone who did it in French, but the presentations, the slides should be in English, and the presentation, the oral part could be in French or English. I would like to thank the Fondation du Sport and Ruby, who are our major partner, I would say the only one. This angle, sport and transplantation, is we lost all the partners because the sport partners are a little bit lost in this subject, and pharmaceutical companies, kidney or anyone else, are lost too, because and it shows the interest of this symposium. It's exactly what I expected, because when you are a pharmaceutical company concerned by the kidney disease, you want to support a kidney disease symposium, and that shows that it's very difficult because it's two subjects, and we lost some practitioners too, transplant doctors, who are not so keen with sport, and some sports doctors who are not really interested by the transplant. So that's a very complex, difficult symposium, and I would say that before 2 or 3 symposiums like that, we will have much difficulties to get the partners. I'm quite disappointed by the number of attendees. We have 65 attendees registered. Some are at the games today, but are going to maybe to spend 5, 10, 20 minutes. But you are 65. But we had many people saying that I'm interested, so they will be informed. We have planned 3 or 4 tools to inform the people. One is the film. We are going to get the film of all the presentations on the web. We will have a memorandum, so there is a writer here getting all the presentation, and we will issue a document maybe in 3 months, sending it to the 3,000 people that we were in touch with. We will have the presentations put on the web, I hope tomorrow, and by tomorrow, and the presentation will be on the web. The web is one of the World Transplant Games. The web is www.wwtg Sainte-Foy 2010.org. I would like to insist on the presence of Patricia Painter, coming from California. That's very far from here. Thank you, Patricia. Daryl Wall from Australia should be here, but he has many obligations in Australia, so his presentations will be presented by Lynn Holt, who is the team manager of UK. She is now involved at 5 kilometers from here, but she will be there later. And I would like to thank all the people who are going to present something today. You know, I would like to remind you, when you inspect all the bibliography, all the scientific publications worldwide about sport and transplant, you can't find many publications, and that shows that the both communities doesn't work, you know, very well. So we have, maybe I know that Dr. Rudy Richard did go in the publications and inspected the publications and discovered that only 6 or 7 publications were on the Medline. And so we have to change that, because I know that many transplant doctors are interested and work on the subject of sports, and many sports people with a scientific approach are interested in transplant for many years. So we have probably to improve that. And all along the last years, I was interested by the fact I met people that made me think that the two communities want to move towards each other. So that's why we decided to put the symposium on. Let me remind the goal of the symposium. The goal of the symposium is for the transplant people. I'm impatient, you know. I'm a transplant recipient. So, and from my experience, I would say that the objective I'm going to repeat is very crucial. So, is how to make the reconditioning a must-have of the rehabilitating process after transplant. I would like to say that for transplant people, it's not an option to recover or to rehabilitate. It's an option for normal people, we said, but for the transplant people, all the studies that we had the opportunity to see show that it's not an option. They must have a program of reconditioning, sport, physical activities, and so on. So the difficulty when we inspect that in France, all the process, all the tools are here. All the process is defined. But we have identified a break, something that we have to change. And the break is how to make transplant doctors prescribe systematically, all the time, prescribe the reconditioning to their transplants people, to their transplant patients. How to make that a usual behavior, you know, to prescribe it. Because they don't know how it works. They don't know how to prescribe that. They don't know that we have sports doctors, cardio doctors who are able to run some protocols adapted and to help the people recover. And the second one is how to make transplantees welcomed and better welcomed as normal people in sports clubs, because they are excluded from the sports clubs sometimes. So we have to improve that too. So as you said, Mr. Kalma, the symposium is run on the day of the Winter World Transplant Games opening ceremony today, and the events is going to start tomorrow, the sport events, and to end on Friday. And these games are here to show how successful is transplantation, the success of transplantation. It's a major opportunity also, this symposium, I would say, as with my hat of World Transplant Games Federation president, we want to take benefit of this symposium to launch a sort of world medical group. So you are part of this group. With practitioners with the two skills, transplant doctors interested in sports, sport doctors interested in transplants. And in order to publish more sports and transplant documents, publications, and so on. You know that when we have games, winter games, we are 100, but summer games, we are 1,000. And so I would say that WTGF is looking for having more surveys. You know, we have 1,000 transplant people together, so that's a big opportunity to run surveys. So I would like to remind that to you.